Hey there friends, it's Codiak here, back for another Outriders video, and today we're talking about alts, or the characters that you plan on leveling up once you're done with your main Outrider. Now, quick heads up, there will be some unavoidable spoilers here, so if you care about bosses and story stuff, I would come back once you've beaten the game. So grinding out alts is something I've been doing for a very long time, in all sorts of games. And with Outriders, it's really no different. Leveling alts can feel like a slog. You've already experienced the story, and for the most part, there's really never a reason to experience it again. So the key here is efficiency. But how do you get from point A to point B the fastest? As always, we're not here to stretch this out into a 10-minute video, so let's just get right into it. If you're planning on checking out each of the 4 major classes in the game, and let's be honest, of course you are, you need to know the best way to get through the story, and the simple solution is this. Drop the world tier to 1, slam on the gas pedal, and cut through enemies like a warm knife through butter. By dropping the world tier, you're essentially nerfing the rest of the game, and we know how people can fly feel about nerfing, right? Too soon? In seriousness, if you're a halfway decent player and know exactly what to do in each zone, you can get through the story top to bottom in an evening, no question about it. This even works with a friend or two. For testing purposes, we had a full party of 3 during one of our Legacy After Dark streams, and while it did slow down the progress just a hair, it was still wickedly efficient. Believe it or not, world tiers actually have nothing to do with experience gain in the game, and regardless of if you finish the campaign at world tier 10 or world tier 1, you'll end up at the exact same spot, so why struggle and draw out the process when the goal is most likely to get to the end game? Now I want to be very clear, because I can already imagine some of you furiously typing away in the comments. You should only use this technique if you don't care about story, immersion, or the natural flow of progression. Like I said, I've been leveling alts in various games for years, and for me, I'm looking to get to the end game. That's my goal. That's what I enjoy doing. If you don't want to cheese the game, don't do it. It's as simple as that. With all this in mind, I do want to point out that there's a catch. This method really only works when you've already had one character leveled up and are farming gear, and here's the reason why. To really get through the entire story efficiently, you need a decent weapon, and you need to pump up that weapon a few times to make it viable. The best way to do this is to transfer over some epics using the stash system and dismantle them on your leveling character. This will give you a decent chunk of titanium and will allow you to buff any gun of your choosing so that you can get through the content that much faster. There's really no right answer here. You may want to use a rifle, a double gun, a shotgun, whatever really works for you. But with a few resources from your beefed up character farming expeditions, you're going to make that process a whole lot faster. Remember, you can't use the weapons from the endgame character on your alt, there's a level restriction. So you'll have to raise the rarity and level up another weapon to keep it in line with the content. But because you're only on world tier 1, you really don't need to go all out to improve that weapon, you just need to bring it up enough so that you can kill things quickly. This is by far the best way to go from start to finish with little resistance, but if you're interested in even more cheesiness, we tested out a few other things just for you. If you got a friend around, have them use the story point system to jump right to the final boss. Keep it at world tier 1 and obliterate him. This is going to net you around 20,000 experience, taking you up about 10 levels and giving you an instant legendary. The supercharged XP is really only a one-time deal because of the quest associated with the final boss, which gives you around 15,000 of the 20,000 experience. But if you're okay with a little repetition, you could, in theory, farm the final boss from level 1 to level 30. No matter what level you're at, you're always going to receive a few epics from the post-boss chest, and you'll gain about 5k experience. That's not bad for 60 seconds of work. If you get it down to a science, you could probably do this all the way up to level 30, but it would be pretty damn boring. However, it's not a bad place to start if you just want a quick legendary weapon like the Amber Vault. Your friend could also take you to the Crystalloid for another quick legendary, which could set you on the right path to power leveling. Long story short, there are options here, but at the root of it all is dropping your world tier to 1 and then cruising right through the game. At the end of it all, you'll have a character that's completed the story, has access to every story point and expeditions, and depending on your farm method, may actually have some decent gear that you can start to make work for the endgame. You may also need to borrow a friend at the end of this all to grind you through a few expeditions before you get your feet under you, but it sure beats slogging through the story with no apparent benefit. So there you have it, the absolute best way to power level your alts in Outriders. If you guys have any questions about the process, feel free to shoot us a message in the comment section below. We do our best to answer as many questions as we can each and every night. You can also join us on Discord. Our community of over 6,000 members is spread across dozens of great games, with over 500 of those members in there just for Outriders. So click that link below and join today. If you like our content and are a fan of what we stand for here at Legacy Gaming, you can even help us out by becoming a member. For the cost of a cup of coffee, you're helping evolve the channel and build a better community. Check out that join button below to learn more. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.